Muli, humaharap sa bagong yugto ang Layag Weekly Waves. Sa ikatlong yugto, ating lalakasan pa ang hatid na kaalaman at inspirasyon. Samahan ninyo kami sa mas matatag na paglalayag kung saan bawat kwento ng tagumpay at pagbabago ay magsisilbing gabay tungo sa kolektibong pag-unlad. Abangan ang mas pinalakas na talakayan at mas malawak na paglayag.
Magandang araw mga kalayag, isang masigabong pagtanggap sa ikatlong yugto ng inyong lingguhang kagapay sa balita at inspirasyon, ang Layag Weekly Waves. Ipinapakita ng DILG Local Governance Regional Resource Center 9. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang recap, kundi isang mas malalim na paglalayag kasama ninyo. Dito bawat balita ay alon na nagtutulak sa atin tungo sa mas maunlad at matatag na pamayanan. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, 𝗟𝗆 ng Finance and Administrative Division. At ngayong bagong yugto, mas mainit, mas direktang hatid ang mga kwentong nagpapaagos sa rehiyon. Tara't, simulan na natin ang paglalayag.
Empower public servant, make empower financial decision. So DILG 9 turned its Monday convocation into masterclass in budgeting, saving, and investing, proving that true service begins with personal financial stability. Armed with knowledge from high-power orientation led by OIC Division Chief 𝗟𝗆 DILG 9 ignite its RCSP in Zamboanga City, transforming 19 priorities barangays into frontline model of resilience and good governance. From guidelines to governance, DILG 9 Zoom huddle turned child-friendly audit updates into a shared mission, arming local champions with the tools to build safer, more accountable community for every child. With hard hats on and progress in motion, DILG and DTI joined forces on site to pave the way for faster farm-to-market routes, signing commitments to keep the 1.449-kilometer road to completion on track and on time. From surrender to sustenance, 69 former violent extremisms in Sulu received 50,000 each in livelihood aid, proving that second chance backed by dignity and hope can forge the most lasting peace. Sail, Unite, Protect. The 10 layag sa Barangay Angkor develop power in community hands, turning poblasyon, margo sa tubig into a living testament that the strongest law are those that sail straight to the people's shore. From awarding to action, local leaders united to firearms into future forging peace through partnership, one empowered community at a time. Bringing governance closer to the grassroots, DILG 9 turned LTIA validation into collaborative coaching journey, empower barangays not just to meet standard, but to truly own the spirit of community-centered justice. Waving through for municipalities with toolkit and tenacity, the DILG 9 team turned inspection runs into impact stories, validating 8 farm-to-market routes, applying community voices in exit conference, and fine-tuning the Subaybayan portal to ensure every kilometer of progress meets the blueprint of transparency and accountability. With storytelling sharpened and ranks reinforced, DILG 9 Radiant Network turned words into weapon for a more compelling, human-centered brand of public service. DILG and LGU anti-drug focal points from across Mindanao united virtually to sharpen their strategies, master monitoring tools, and strengthen collaboration, all in pursuit of a unified, data-driven front against illegal drugs. DILG 9 held the first round of consultation for the 2026 Local Government Code Review, gathering local officers and university partners to identify policy gaps and propose reform for more responsive local governance. DILG 9 WEAC Forum rallied indigenous women and local leaders in a powerful half-day dialogue on rights, resilience, and representation, proving that inclusive leadership is not just a policy goal but a shared journey where ancestral wisdom and governance walk hand in hand. DILG 9 62nd Layag Discussion Series, turned the spotlight on modern-day babaylan leaders, from city councilor to police officer and grassroots volunteers, proving that when women lead with wisdom and service, entire communities rise. From empowering speeches to a joyful budol fight, DILG IX turned its Women's Month final into a festive feast of equality, solidarity, and sisterhood.
Yan ang mga alon ng pagbabago na humuhubog sa ating rehiyon. Ngayon naman, lumingon tayo sa tunay na kwentong nagmumula sa puso ng ating mga komunidad. Samahan natin ang ating mga field anchors para sa segment na News from the Field.
Good day, everyone! You're tuned in to DILG 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗏, back again to bring you closer to the heart of public service. I'm 𝗟𝗆𝗏 𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗏, Administrative Assistant 2, and today we're sharing real stories, real actions, and real impact straight from the field. On March 24, 2026, the DILG 𝗟𝘆𝗴 PDMU engineers conducted a technical assistance session for the LGU of Lakewood at the conference room of the DILG 𝗟𝘆𝗴 Provincial Office, covering Subaybayan, RASA, Lime 20, LGSF Falgu 2026, and LPMC programs. On the same day, a coordination meeting spearheaded by DILG 𝗟𝘆𝗴 under the leadership of OIC Provincial Director 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, strengthened interagency collaboration to address key concerns and ensure the effective implementation of the LGSF Falgu 2023 school building project in Barangay Balangasan, Cagayan City. On March 25, 2026, Barangay Poblacion in Margos sa Tubig, Zamboanga del Sur became a beacon of grassroots unity through the 10th Layag sa Barangay, guided by serbisyo nga na-devolve, Barangay Magtinabangay alang sa panalipod sa pamilya ug kababayin-an. On March 22, 2026, the first semester Barangay Assembly in the municipality of Labangan united residents from Upper Pulacan, Barangay Lantian, and Barangay San Isidro in promoting transparency, participation, and community cooperation. The municipal government of Bayog held the ADAC Summit 2026 on March 24, 2026 to strengthen BADAC capacities and advance anti-drug efforts through collaboration, key discussions, and a unified commitment to a drug-free community. On March 22, 2026, OIC MLGOO 𝗪𝗔𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗪 of DILG Dinas attended the Barangay Assembly in Barangay Sambulawan and delivered the SILG message, reinforcing community engagement and good governance. On March 23, 2026, the OIC MLGOO of Dinas provided technical assistance during the local People's Council meeting by clarifying the roles and responsibilities of its members. On March 24, 2026, the OIC MLGOO of Dinas attended the joint pre-kindergarten moving up ceremony of 7 barangays and delivered an inspirational message to the young learners and their families. And that's a glimpse of how Ganap sa Field showcases public service at its finest. Daghang salamat for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next episode, where we always #𝗍surpassthelimit.
Good day, everyone. You're tuning to DILG Zamboanga del Sur Ganap sa Field, back again to bring you closer to the heart of public service. I'm 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏, 𝗪𝗏𝗏, and today we're sharing real stories, real actions, and real impact straight from the field.
On March 31, 2026, the DILG Zamboanga del Sur joined the celebration of National Women's Month 2026 with the theme, Lead Like the Babaylans Pilipinas. The event recognized the vital role of women in public service with messages from OIC Provincial Director 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 and guest speaker Attorney Marian Tugbang Torres, highlighting women as modern-day leaders. Awards were also given to outstanding women and long-serving personnel.
And that's a glimpse of how Ganap sa Field showcases public service at its finest. Daghang salamat for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next episode, where we always surpass the limit.
The National Women's Month is not just a celebration for women, but for all genders and members of a society. DILG Zamboanga del Norte always makes it sure that the women in our province is empowered and has a seat at the table. This is 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗧 𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗪 presenting to you this week's Layag Weekly Waves, and this is News from the Field.
The DILG Field Office conducted the calendar year 2026 first quarter barangay assessments and first semester assemblies in Barangay Santa Maria, Sitio 𝗟𝗏𝗪, New Lituban JP Brillantes Sr. and 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪 to strengthen the governance and community engagement. The activity reviewed barangay accomplishments, identified challenges, and outlined improvements, while also promoting transparency by informing residents and encouraging feedback. Overall, it enhanced accountability, unity, and responsive community development. On March 24, 2026, the LTIA Excellence Fora LEF3 Session 5 was conducted in Barangay Ulingan, Dipolog City, focusing on the calendar year 2026 regional on-site validation and coaching. The activity aimed to assess barangay performance under the LTIA criteria while providing guidance and coaching to local officials. It helped ensure that governance practices meet standards and encourage continuous improvement. Overall, the session strengthened capacity, reinforced best practices, and supported Barangay Ulingan in achieving excellence in local governance. The city government of the Pitan, led by Mayor Evelyn T. Uy, conducted a two-day seminar workshop on March 24 to 25 to review and endorse gender and development plans and budget. The activity gathered department heads and GAD focal person to strengthen gender-responsive planning. Participants engaged in gender analysis on the first day and aligned GAD plans with national standards on the second day. The workshop was supported by LGRRC River A. Tabada Merida and LGRRC Liamaica Viricososa, who provided technical guidance and was facilitated by 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗪. Overall, the activity reinforced the city's commitment to inclusive governance by equipping local leaders with the tools to implement effective and responsive GAD programs. The DILG Zamboanga del Norte provided strong support to the PLG youth through the Provincial Anti-Drug Abuse Council in conducting the on-site pre-assessment for calendar year 2026 CMADAC performance and feedbacking of calendar year 2025 ADAC results, second batch from March 23 to 27, 2026. The activity covered the municipalities of Tampilisan, Calawit, Sibuco, Siraway, Siocon, Baligian, Gutala, Labason, Leon B. Postigo, Budod, Salog, and Liloy, aiming to assess performance and address gaps in ADAC implementation. Representing PD Mario A. Baterna, LGRRC Edsel Marie C. Orga provided technical assistance and worked closely with the local ADACs to strengthen functionality and support the goal of a safe and drug-free Zamboanga del Norte.
For more weekly updates of our Ganap sa Norte, this is Moses Tingal Ayay for Live Weekly Waves, and this is News from the Field.
Mabuhay kalayag! Ako si Jessa Tiza, ang inyong gabay para sa linggong ito. Ito ang DILG Layag Weekly Waves. Tara at sabay-sabay nating pakinggan ang mga pinakabagong balita, kwento at makabuluhang pangyayari mula sa lalawigan ng Zamboanga, Sibugay.
On March 17 to 18, 2026, the DILG Zamboanga Sibugay, in partnership with 𝗟𝗏𝗪 conducted the first FISHCA validation in Region 9 across 6 pilot LGUs to assess compliance in coastal management, identify areas for improvement, and provide recommendations through a post-validation feedback session. On February 27, 2026, the DILG Zamboanga Sibugay, in partnership with 𝗟𝗏𝗪, conducted an online orientation on the FISHCA validation tool for pilot coastal LGUs to strengthen fisheries monitoring and prepare them for the upcoming validation and on-site inspection. On March 19, 2026, the Multi-Sectoral Advisory Committee of Zamboanga Sibugay held its first quarter meeting to strengthen collaboration among stakeholders, review 2025 accomplishments, set priorities for 2026, and align programs with community needs, including leadership election, planning of quarterly activities, and presentation of key initiatives to enhance local governance and capacity development. On March 26, 2026, the DILG Zamboanga Sibugay Provincial Office in partnership with the provincial government of Zamboanga Sibugay, successfully held the 2026 National Women's Month Culmination Program at the provincial capital atrium in Ipil, Zamboanga Sibugay. Honorable City Jalia Turabin Hataman, Mayor of Isabela City, graced the occasion as a guest of honor and speaker. In her message, she underscored the indispensable role of women in public service, emphasizing how their nurturing qualities foster strength, compassion, and responsive leadership in governance. On March 23, 2026, the DILG Zamboanga Sibugay Provincial Office held a sports tournament for all DILG Zamboanga Sibugay personnel, featuring badminton, volleyball, pickleball, chess, and Scrabble, a wellness initiative in celebration of the 2026 National Women's Month, aimed at promoting physical fitness, teamwork, and stress management among personnel. It also served as a platform to strengthen camaraderie and foster a more meaningful professional relationships within the department.
At dyan po nagtatapos ang mga balita mula sa Zamboanga Sibugay. Salamat sa pagsama sa ating paglalayag. Hanggang sa muli, amping!
Good morning, Assalamualaikum. I am 𝗪𝗘𝗏𝗪𝗃𝗧, reporting to you from the vibrant city of Isabela, the weekly Layag waves. Hap Isabela.
As March 21 to 22, 2026, 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪 𝗪𝗘𝗏𝗪 attended the first semester CY 2026 Barangay Assembly at Barangay Busay, Mensi, Lumbang, Kabunbata, and Baluno. On March 30 to 31, LGRRC 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪 together with the SAVAT team conducted the first quarter CY 2026 Kalinisan Validation and Assessment on selected barangays. On the same date, 𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗪 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗞𝗟𝗬 and Admin Aid for Almalin Adjuli attended the LGU Health Scoreboard Orientation at Chavez Hall, Isabela City.
Salamat sa ating mga field anchors. Yan ang patunay na ang pag-unlad ay kumakaway mula sa bawat sulok ng Rehiyon 9. At yan ang mga nangingibabaw na alon ng balita at kwento ngayong linggo. Nais naming pukawin hindi lamang ang ating atensyon kundi ang inyong pakikilahok, manatiling nakatutok, makialam at makilayag. Ako po muli si 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗃𝗧. Nagpapaalala na sa bawat alon ng hamon, may oportunidad para sa pagtutulungan at pag-usad. Padayon sa paglalayag tungo sa mas matatag na bukas. Ito ang Layag Weekly Waves ng DILG LGRRC 9, ang inyong kaagapay sa kaalaman, inspirasyon at pagbabago. Padayon sa paglayag, Rehiyon 9.